Hey, welcome to our channel. I'm Geetanjali, your math coach, and today we are going to learn Algebraic Expressions Part 7, Multiplication of Polynomials. In this video, we will learn multiplication of polynomials by Vedic Math method of multiplication, that is vertically and crosswise. We have already learned multiplication of polynomials by applying distributive law in our previous video, that is Algebraic Expression Part 6. And this is the second method which I am explaining you here. So let's learn multiplication of polynomials by Vedic Math method. First of all, laws of exponents. As we know that in polynomials there are variables also. So to multiply variables, many times we need laws of exponents. So for your reference, I have given this chart over here. Now multiplication of algebraic expression by Vedic Math method vertically and crosswise. There is a separate video on this method of multiplication in which I have explained how you can multiply 2, 3, 4, 5 digits or bigger numbers in one line. It is a very effective and fast method of multiplication of numbers. Same method we can use here for multiplication of polynomials. So let me explain you this chart which you would be able to make at your own by the end of the video. So first of all, you can see here are patterns and here are the steps. So in first pattern 2 by 2. When we say 2 by 2, it means we are talking about two binomials are getting multiplied. So this is our first binomial and this is our second binomial. This dot represent first term of the first binomial and this dot represent the second term of the first binomial. This dot represent first term of the second binomial and this dot represent the second term of the second binomial. So this is our first binomial and this is our second binomial. When we say terms, it means we are taking terms along with their signs. So when we multiply these two binomials, we start from the leftmost terms. So first we multiply leftmost terms, write the result, then we move towards right and we cross multiply these two terms, add the result and write it. And after that we move towards right once again and multiply the last two terms and write the result. This way we multiply two binomials. Suppose we have to multiply two trinomials, means polynomials with three terms. So first of all, this represents your first trinomial and this represents your second trinomial. Method is same. We start from the leftmost term, multiply them, write the result, and then we move towards the right, consider the next column, cross multiply them, add the result and write it down there, and then we move towards right. Now consider this column as well. We cross multiply the extreme right and extreme left corners and the terms in the middle will be vertically multiplied. We add all these results and write it down, and then we move towards right. We cross multiply rightmost terms and add them and write the result. Then we move towards right once again, and at last we multiply rightmost terms and write the result. This is the method how you follow these steps. Now suppose you have to multiply two quadrinomial. Quadrinomial means four-termed polynomial. So this is first quadrinomial, this is second quadrinomial. You can follow these steps to multiply and write the result. Now if you have to multiply five-termed polynomial, you can follow these steps. Now let's see how we can apply these steps with the help of a few examples. I have taken the same example which I took in the previous video so that you can understand effectiveness of this method. So we have to multiply these two binomials. So first step is we have to write one polynomial under the other. So first I am taking this x plus 1. So I am taking x here and plus 1 here, as this is the second term. I am taking this second term along with its sign. Now I am writing the second polynomial, which is x plus 2. This way I have written it. Now I have to multiply these two. So in the second step, we have to follow the given order. So first we will take leftmost columns, and the terms involved here. So here we have 2x's, so we will multiply these two x's. When we multiply these two x, we get x squared. So our first step is done. Now let's move to the second step. In this step, we cross multiply these terms. We cross multiply these terms, add the result and write it over here. So when we cross multiply 2 with x, we get 2x. This is positive number. I am not writing plus sign because it is positive. Now we will cross multiply this. So x multiplied with 1 will give you x. So whatever result we get, we will add them. So when we add 2x with x, we get 3x. And there is a plus sign before them because this is positive and this is also positive. So we will write 3x over here. So we have followed step 2. Now we will move to step 3. In step 3, we will move to the rightmost column. So terms in the rightmost columns will be multiplied and result will be written here. So 1 times 2 will give you 2 and this is a positive number. So we will write this along with its sign. So this is your result. When these two binomials are multiplied, this is your result. Now let's take next example. In this example, we have to multiply two trinomials, means each of the polynomials consists of 3 terms. So here x squared plus 6x minus 3 has to be multiplied with 2x squared minus 3x plus 4. So let's follow the steps. First, we have to write one polynomial under the other. So I will write these polynomials. So first is x squared. Now the second term is plus 6x. Whichever term we will write along with its sign. And the third term is 3. Now let's write the other polynomial below this. It is 2x squared. And the second term is minus 3x. And the last term is plus 4. We have to multiply these two trinomials. Now in the step 2, we have to follow the following order. First step, we start with the leftmost term. So here leftmost terms are x squared and 2x squared. So when we multiply x squared with 2x squared, you can see this is multiplication of monomials. 2x raised to, we have same basis, so we can add their exponents. So we get 2x raised to 4. So first multiplication gave us 2x raised to 4. So we have done step 1. Now let's move to step 2. In this step, we will move towards right and cross multiply first two columns. So we will cross multiply this with this and cross multiply this with this. So when x squared multiplied with minus 3x, we will get minus 3x raised to 2 plus 1, that is minus 3x cubed. And when 2x squared multiplied with 2x squared multiplied with 6x, we will get 2 6 12 x raised to 3. Now we will add these two terms because these two are like terms, so we will add them. We will add these two terms, so we will get 9x cubed. So we will write plus 9x cubed because it is a positive result. 12 is positive, which is a bigger number. Now let's move towards step 3. In this step, we will now include third column as well. So in this step, we will cross multiply extreme corners, that is these two will be cross multiplied and this column will be vertically multiplied. So let me do this work over here. X squared multiplied with 4 will give you 4x squared. Now 2x squared minus 3, so 2x squared multiplied with minus 3 will give you minus 6x squared. Now 6x multiplied with minus 3x, this will give us minus 18x squared. So now we will add all these three terms. When we add them, 4 minus 6 will give us minus 2, minus 18 will give us minus 20. So minus 20x squared. So our answer here is minus 20x squared after following step 3. Now let's move to step 4. In this step, we will move towards right. When we move towards right, we leave the leftmost column and cross multiply these two terms. Cross multiply these two and these two terms. So 6x times 4 will give us 6x times 4 will give us 24x, and minus 3 times minus 3x, minus 3 times minus 3x will give us 9x. When we add them, we get 33x. So we will write plus 33x as this number is positive. After this, we will move to step 5. Now in fifth step, we move towards right once again. So when we move towards right, we need to leave this column as well. So we will vertically multiply these two numbers. So minus 3 times 4 we have to multiply. Minus 3 times 4. So it will give you minus 12. So we will write minus 12. And this is our final answer after multiplying these two trinomials. So you can practice this method, and I'm taking one more example. Here we have to multiply x squared plus x plus 2 with 2x squared plus 3. Now we have to multiply a trinomial with a binomial. So the method will be same. First of all, write polynomials one under another. So we will write here x squared plus x plus 2, and below this I will write 2x squared, and I will write plus 3 here, and I can write 0x over here because there is no third term. I can add 0 over here. Now we have to follow the following order. So step 1, we'll start from the leftmost column and multiply these two terms. So we have to multiply 2x squared with x squared. So when we multiply 2x squared with x squared, it will become 2x raised to 4. So I am writing 2x raised to 4 over here. Now let's follow step 2. In this step, we move towards right and consider next column and cross multiply these terms. Cross multiply these terms and add the results. So when x squared is multiplied with 0, it will give you 0. So I'm not writing 0. And 2x squared, then 2x squared multiply with x will give you 2x cubed, because this x squared and this x will give you x cubed. So we can write 2x cubed. Now let's move to the third step. In this step, we will move towards right once again and cross multiply extreme right and extreme left corners and vertically multiply the middle column. So here we have to multiply x squared with 3. So x squared multiplied with 3 will give us 3x squared. Now 2x squared should be multiplied with 2. So 2x squared times 2 will give us 4x squared. Now we will vertically multiply this column and we are going to get 0. So I am not writing it. We will add these two. So 3 plus 4 will become 7x squared. So plus 7x squared is our next term in the multiplication. Now let's move to the step 4. In this step, we move towards right once again and leave the left column. So we will cross multiply these terms. So here we will get 0. So I'm not writing 0, and this will give us 3x. So I'm directly writing 3x over here. Now in the fifth step, we move towards right once again and multiply the corner terms. So this is 2 times 3 will give us 6. So this is our final answer after multiplying these two polynomials. So you must have understood how we can multiply a trinomial with a binomial. So in that matter, I can say there can be any number of terms in the first polynomial and any number of terms in the second polynomial. With a little adjustment, you can use these rules. Now example 4, we have to multiply 4a plus 7 with x squared plus 3y plus 5z. So first step, we will write one polynomial under the other. So first polynomial is 4a plus 7. So I have written first polynomial. Now the second polynomial, x squared plus 3y plus 5z. So I'll write x squared plus 3y plus 5z. You can see in the second polynomial there are 3 terms, whereas in the first polynomial there are only 2 terms. I can always add 0 to make 3 terms in this polynomial as well. Now in the second step, we have to follow the following order. First step, we will take leftmost column and multiply these terms. So to multiply these terms, I'll multiply 4a with x square. When I multiply 4a with x square, you can see these bases are different. So it will become 4ax square, which I will write as it is over here. So 4ax square. Now after this, the step 2. In step 2, we move towards right and include this column as well. Then cross multiply these two terms. So to do that, I'll cross multiply these two. So I will take 4a times 3y over here. Bases are different. 4 3s are 12. 12ay. From here I got 12ay and 7 times x square. So 7 times x square will give you 7x square. Now we have to add these two terms. So when we add them, you can see that the bases are different. So we will write 12ay plus 7x square because these are two unlike terms. So I'll write as it is over here. So it will be 12ay plus 7x square. After that, in step 3, we move towards right and cross multiply extreme left and extreme right columns, and middle column we vertically multiply and add the result. So let's do it. We cross multiply 4a with 5z. So 4a times 5z, this will give us 5 4s are 28z. First term. Then x square multiplied with 0 will give us 0. Then 7 times 3y. 7 times 3y will give us 21y. Now we will add all three. These are unlike terms, so we will get 20az plus 21y. So I will write it here. It will be 20az plus 21y. Now the fourth step. In this step, we move towards right and leave the leftmost column and cross multiply two right columns. So let's cross multiply these two. So first I will get 7 times 5z. 7 times 5z means 35z. 35z we got from here, but it is 0. So no need to multiply. I am writing this result as it is here. 35z. This is our answer in step 4. Now to move step 5. Here we will take only last column and we will leave two left columns. So when we multiply 0 with 5z, we get 0. I am not writing it here. So this is our final answer. If there are any like terms, we can add them. But there are no like terms, so this is our final answer. We cannot further simplify it. So that's all for today for multiplication by Vedic Math method. And here is the summary. Multiplication of polynomials by vertical and crosswise multiplication method. All the steps are given over here. Links of all those needed videos are given in the description. And you can follow these steps. If you haven't understood anything or if there is any confusion in the previous methods, you can once again read these steps. And if you have any queries or ideas that you would like us to present, please leave the comment below. Check out our other videos as well. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like it, please don't forget to share and subscribe.